What's up, Gala gamers? We've just had the Walking Dead Empire's playtest preview with Doug, Neff and a couple of the other Gala mods. So here's everything you need to know about that AMA livestream, as well as the previous AMAs and what you should do to prepare for the November 8th soft launch. I'm going to leave the livestream playing in the background so you guys can see a preview of the new build that will be going live in a couple of days, while I go over what information you need to know and how you should prepare. So first things first, they have added a new crafting station which is called the Scrapper. Now this is what you will be using to convert your items and resources into scrap, and scrap is one of the currencies in the Walking Dead Empires, so make sure you build that at the start so you can progress and start earning scrap. Next up, you can teleport to other people's bases in your alliance. It's similar to teleporting your own base. You teleport to your own base by pressing O, but with this feature you have to go to your alliance and then you can select the house icon, which is basically teleport to that person's HQ. Now I've noticed in the playtest it was not a global timer but a local one, so it looks like you can teleport to your home and then teleport to somebody else's home from your alliance. I don't know if your teleport for your base and the alliance teleporters are on the same cooldown, but once we get another preview playtest, or if we go back on the 8th, I will test it to see if you can teleport just to yours and to an alliance member, or it's yours and all alliance members. Because if you can do just yours and alliance member, it's fine. If you can have access to all the alliance members, I think it might be a little bit busted. Next up, some skills have been changed and added. In the playtest, they showed crude bows, which had a flare skill. Along with this, the crafting menu and interface has had changes to make it easier for you to understand and give you more information about the weapon you are crafting. Now, we finally have a marketplace in-game. They are found in the world by looking for the dollar icon on the map. Once you get to that dollar icon, you will see a little truck or a stall. This will pull up a shop-like interface once you interact with it, and then you can buy and sell things. The items are random and they'll be refreshed after a given time. The icon displayed is dead coin, but it is currently a placeholder and it will be switched for scrap. You cannot currently earn dead coin in the game. In the previous AMAs they did said it would be live, but I'm guessing they're still having a couple of issues with the Gala chain integration. I think it would just be easier to have a database token called dead coin, and then when the conversion happens you just convert the database tokens into the soft dead coin and then into the actual dead coin. Next up, NPC changes. We have additional animals and walkers in the game. You can now see pigs, deers, wolves, bears, rabbits, which were shown in the playtest preview. You could probably see something around here if you're paying attention to the background. Then we have seen a couple of other new walker variants. Like before, we just had the armed policeman, the firefighter, and the two giant male and female zombies. Now there's several different ones. Like there's a walker chained to a tree, like the brambled walker. Then there's the well walker. There's the bee walker, which they didn't mention, but we've seen in the playtest. And there's also the radioactive walker. There's several others that we'll probably discover on November 8th. Moving on to the map. The map has been revamped with several additional features and allows ease for use and navigation. It also looks smoother when you're zooming in and out, and you now have icons for your HQ and people in your alliance. Another question that a lot of people were asking is, what will Voxes be able to do in The Walking Dead? Voxes will be displayed in your trophy case in the headquarters. This will give you a buff to certain things. They are thinking what multiple Voxes will do, and if there is a buff if you match the Vox with the NFT character, like Miranda's for example. Adding on to the headquarters, when you demolish your headquarter, the levels are kept and transferred to the new location. However, the items you have in your HQ will be dropped, so make sure you temporarily move them to a friend's base or an alliance member's base. The highest level headquarters you can get for this playtest is 60. That might increase in the future or when it launches. The highest level hero you can get in this playtest is 100. Moving on to another hot question, which is merging of heroes. To merge heroes, you will need 3 of the same hero and rarity. Then you will need to level them up a bit and pay dead coin to merge. However, currently this feature is not live, and when you log into the game, you're only able to select the highest rarity hero, even if you have multiple heroes and different varieties of that same hero. They're still working on the fine tunings of how they want merging, how the leveling process works, if the heroes are burned, if it gets back into Gala's vault. There's so many questions about merging that I have and I would like to see answered, hopefully by the team on launch or when the feature is going live. Some good news about VP is that it will be similar to Dragon Strike's model. Now I really like this because I don't like premium subscriptions or VIP features that when you log in you just get a bunch of resources. I like it when you log in and if you play the game, the VIP adds onto that. For example, you don't want to log in and get 100 hardstone. You want to log in and get a 50% bonus to mining hardstone and to chopping hardwood. You don't want to have it so you can just log in every day, click a few buttons, claim the VIP reward. You want it so when you log in and play the game, you're progressing faster with the VIP subscription. I would like it if it was buyable in gold and Deadcoin, and if you bought it in Deadcoin, it would give you a discount compared to gold or, for example, dollars. One premium subscription model that I really did enjoy and I think they did really well was Albion Online's premium subscription. You got learning points, focus, XP boosts, resource gathering increase, marketplace tax reductions, as well as several other things. So if the game team wants a good blueprint of what they should include, they should check out Albion Online's premium subscription. Now, if you don't have crafting stations, then the default one in game levels up the more your HQ levels up. So to unlock higher rarity gear, make sure to level up your headquarters and then replace your crafting station. However, for this playtest, I think just using other people's stations at the start of the playtest at least is going to be the way to go. There's no point progressing your headquarters to level 24, I believe is what we saw on the preview, when you can just hop over a couple of maps, go to somebody's rare or epic crafting station, because those were the ones that were on sale, and get access to the other levels right off the bat. Maybe when you progress later on, you can use your own crafting station because you don't have to travel. But for the start, using others, there should be a wide variety in each region of the map. If not, I'll let you know where my headquarters is and I'll have majority of the rare crafting station there. Now let's move on to what I think you guys should be doing to prepare for November 8th. The 8th of November is the day that the Walking Dead Empire's playtest will go live. They normally do this around noon Pacific time. So I believe that's like 9-10 o'clock UK time, but check the Discord on the day to get the correct timing when the playtest goes live. This playtest will be a persistent playtest. What this means is that the games are going to stay live, but when they add additional things to test, they will wipe the games. However, some of your progress will be saved, which is levels, currency, and masteries. However, some things will be saved, unlike the previous playtests where you lost all your progress. The things that you will keep are levels, mastery, and currency. They're still waiting on the mastery bit, but Doug has said he will confirm with the team. Since skills and talents are linked to your levels, you kind of keep those too, because when the wipe happens and you have this level saved, you just have to log in and redistribute the points to your skills and talents. To make sure you keep all the things that I've just mentioned, you want to move all your NFTs on Gala chain. The reason for this is it has to be on Gala chain to keep your progression. This way they can keep track of the stats. As I just said, this playtest will have occasional wipes. I'm guessing the wipes will happen when they add dungeons into the game and new gameplay features that they wanted to test before launch. Launch is happening at the end of the year, but my guess it's going to be pushed to early next year. Now, over the previous AMAs, they have said they have added 38 new weapons and that the abilities and levels of weapons now matter. Example, as we saw in the playtest preview, the level 1 crude bow had 2 abilities on the hotbar, and I'm guessing the higher tier weapons you go, they will have all 4 abilities. For example, the crossbow has 4 abilities in the previous playtest, and I think that is a higher tier bow weapon. So once the playtest goes live, I'll gather that information for you guys, but keep that in mind. Now, here's a quick summary of what happened in the previous AMAs. I'm just going to go through it like a bullet point list to refresh your guys' memories. The farming is being worked on and will be added to the game in the near future. Dungeons and indoor dungeons will not be in the November 8th playtest, but they will be added in the coming months. Base building has been improved in this playtest. If you don't own land, you will start in the common land and you have to level it up. If you own NFT land, you can build on that rarity land right away and skip the rush for common land. The HQ limit level will be 60 in this test. Scrap is the currency you'll be using every day. You'll be able to sell your weapons into scrap at the marketplace. When you dismantle items, you'll also gain scrap. Gold is the premium currency purchased through in-app purchases and the Gala game store. It will be in-game later. Premium will be purchased with Deadcoin through the Gala Games website, and it will give you benefits such as a model similar to Dragon Strike. My guess is extra XP, extra renown, extra resources, maybe more daily quests for your land, and several other features. Deadcoin will be the soft token. When it launches, you will earn Deadcoin through earning renown and ranking high on the leaderboards. Deadcoin will be used in many things such as hero merging, upgrading deed claims, crafting stations, and buying gold. Land Rush will be early next year, not this year. This is still a public test used to test several mechanics and updates. You will not be able to merge your land NFTs like you can merge hero NFTs. And finally, they are working on adding the CRM faction, which will eventually be in the game, but they want to get the natural human enemies from the show first. So that was all the information from the previous playtest and the previous 2 AMAs. Now, some things that I would like to see in game are, I'm going to use Albion Online as an example because I played that game for the last 5 to 6 years and it has done quite a lot of the battle testing for the Walking Dead Empires because they're basically the same genre and same game, but just a change of theme. I would like to see full loot PvP where everything is dropped rather than just stackable items in a certain battle zone. Faction warfares could be similar to Castle and Outposts where a guild or empire can control a certain city center or a outpost, and a percentage of whatever is used in that city center's market gets given to the guild as a tax or a protection fee, and the rest is burned like RuneScape's Grand Exchange. You need to have a mechanic where using dead coin and scrap is being burned, and I think the Grand Exchange idea where they take a percentage or the items randomly, buy them back and burn them is a good idea to have implemented at the start to make sure the economy is long lasting and it doesn't go crazy or haywire like some of the other crypto gaming economies. I would also like to see something like Albion Online's learning points feature in the VIP or premium subscription. What this basically means is every day that you have VIP active, you get like 20 points, and those 20 points can be used to progress your masteries, which is going to be harder to level up compared to level and skills and talents. It will be a good incentive to have VIP so you can progress your masteries better, and when you progress your masteries better, it'll be easier for you to gather resources, deal more damage, get more benefits, etc. I would also like to see the Walking Dead team do what the Miranda's team did with Vox, where if you have a matching Vox, you can use it as a trinket on your weapon or on your armor or on your character, and they give you a buff to that character, a specific buff rather than a global buff, whereas the Vox in your headquarters in your trophy case will give you like a global minor buff, whereas if you match the Voxes to the actual characters and you have both the same, it gives you an actual good active buff. That's pretty much it for this video. Hopefully I've saved you a couple of hours because of the 2 previous AMAs and the playtest preview. I've summarized all that information into this video, which is roughly like 15 to 20 minutes. And while I was recording this video, Doug did mention in Discord that there might be another playtest preview, so keep an eye on the Walking Dead discussion chat to see if there is another playtest preview when this video comes out. I will probably be live streaming in a couple of hours after I finish editing this video, so catch me over on Twitch or YouTube. If you want to stay up to date with all the latest Gala Games announcements and general Web3 gaming announcements, make sure to follow me over on X or Twitter. I've also remodeled and changed my Discord to be better suited for Web3 gaming. Previously it was used for Albion Online and now have converted it into a Web3 gaming Discord, so feel free to join that. That is where I normally hang out, where you can ask questions when I do not respond to DMs, because I've been getting a lot of scam links and scam friend requests recently, so I generally tend to have my DMs off. As always, make sure to smash that like button, hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell. Also leave a comment of what hero you will be using in this playtest and why. And I'll see you guys in the Walking Dead playtest, which will happen in less than 48 hours.